What's up, you guys? Welcome to Mike's channel and the 𝗤𝘂cie𝗁𝗲 channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about what to do if your business is slow right now. Mike, is this an epidemic going on or what?
I don't know if it's actually an epidemic or if it's just something that a lot of people are making a lot of noise in my house because that's what they do as soon as I determine that it's time to go live on the YouTube. But no, I have seen and I've heard from quite a few people that their businesses are slowing down. And, if you're fresh and you're new in the business, this is something that can be a little bit scary. If you are a seasoned veteran like myself, you know that there are certain times a year that are slow, right? We slow down. And one of those times is right about now. People are winding down their summers. They're getting those last vacations in. Kids are going back to school. So there are a lot more, I don't want to say more important things, but there are more important things than calling Mike or Justin or whoever to come and do some work at their house. So with that being said, traditionally, we do see a little bit of a lull this time of year. I don't think it's anything to be concerned about. And I would say even more so.
Wait, Mike, before you give away any great information, can we tell them about something real quick?
Yes.
Okay, we're giving away a Ford F-150 work truck to a premium platinum subscriber of 𝗤𝘂cie𝗁𝗲.
That's right.
Just before we get into the meat of the video,
and what's so cool about that that Ford F1, I can never get it right.
That's okay. It's right there.
Yeah, there it is. What's so cool is a lot of people are in need of a good work vehicle. Just the other day, I'd stopped and I was talking to a guy who has a mobile detailing business. He was working out of the back of a Honda Accord. He had a little like maybe a 25-gallon tank. He had a little 12-volt system set up, vacuums, everything crammed into the back. And I guarantee you, somebody like that has the initiative, that has the drive, that's going to make it work no matter what, would really benefit from having something like this to work out of. Pull a trailer, whatever the case is. This is going to be a game changer for somebody. We already gave away a truck. We've already given away a mini skid. We've given away 2 MacBooks. We've given away two pressure washing business starter kits. We gave away a window cleaning business starter kit just last week. And now we are so happy to introduce and let everybody know that if you are a premium or a platinum subscriber and soon to be an ultimate subscriber, which has got some crazy stuff in it, you are entered into the giveaway and you have the opportunity to win. And that is all you have to do, is be a paid subscriber of 𝗤𝘂cie𝗁𝗲.
Dang, that was beautiful, Mike. I also want to let you guys know about one other thing as well, and that is the fact that How to Wash is $100 off today only, I think, right? Like, isn't it till the end of the week?
Well, it was today. Today, it's the last day. So use promo code HBA
at checkout.
And you can
get ECP certified from the Core 4. Right, Mike?
Yeah.
And if you get it within the next 15 minutes, of course, my timer's running out because it's been longer than 15 minutes. But you could get how to get customers for free using Google by our very own AP.
Yes, AP.
Right, Mike?
We will give you and look at all these testimonials of happy people that have taken the course, that have, enjoyed the knowledge, the education, have implemented it in their businesses, and are now out there making money probably a lot sooner and a lot more than they would had they not taken the course. In this course, we cover everything from the equipment needed, both pressure washing and soft washing, how to use that equipment, how to set that equipment up when you roll up to a job site. We cover all the chemicals, specialty chemicals, and just how to mix your SH, your bleach. We go over that in depth. We go over the processes, how to clean every surface on a residential property. And it's just a great course. We spent a tremendous amount of time investing into this course, trying to consolidate all of the information that the Core 4 has into one place, so you don't have to search around and hope that you're getting good information. We put it all in one place. We go over property protection. We have a ton of pro tips in there, all kinds of stuff that are just going to help you be more efficient on the job.
Yes, over 6 hours of training. So check it out today. Only get it $100 off. Make sure you guys don't miss out on that.
And one of the questions that we get all the time is, how long do I have to watch How to Wash? And the answer is, when you purchase it, it is yours forever. You can watch it over and over and over.
How sweet is that? It's beautiful. We got some great people in the chat here today. Scott Cleans it says, I'm here to manage the haters. He also says the How to Wash course is great. We appreciate you for
Thank
hanging out, Scott.
Wait,
Go ahead.
there's haters?
Well, from time to time.
Whatever.
Kevin Hawthorne is here from Lakeland, Florida. Kevin's in the building.
What up, Kevin?
Ryan Jones from Panama City Beach. I guess Jorge wants to win the giveaway, or George, either way, whatever his name is.
I'm going to go with Jorge since his last name was Sanchez.
Either way, I'm not going to make any assumptions.
I am.
Okay, so we got Sean here. Sean works out of the back of his Jeep Patriot. That's pretty cool. Is there anybody in the chat that works out of the back of their own car? That'd be cool to know,
Hey, we've got MAGA Country Dad.
Joey wants to know, I'm a premium subscriber of 𝗤𝘂cie𝗁𝗲. How come I didn't win the window washing kit? #rigged.
Joey, it is rigged, and we specifically rigged it. No, the only rigging was we just took your name out of the drawing because of comments like this. So make another comment like this, and guess what? You're going to be taken out of the truck. No, we're just kidding. There is no rigging. We give it away to whoever wins. We spin a wheel, a virtual wheel, if you will, and it's pretty groovy. We have to do a little vetting. We have to make sure that the winner is still a premium or platinum subscriber. We have to, just make sure that is the case. And then we, we contact them. And you guys have seen the videos. You've seen the pictures of the guys, the videos, picking up the last truck, picking up the last skid. It's pretty cool stuff.
I do want to bring this one up, Mike. Can I set automatic reminders to clients yearly and monthly for each individual on 𝗤𝘂cie𝗁𝗲?
Yes, you can. And I actually just made a brand new video. If you guys go and subscribe to the 𝗤𝘂cie𝗁𝗲 YouTube channel, there is a playlist in there with a bunch of how-tos, instructional tutorials, which we're slowly building. And we just want to give you guys the opportunity to get in there, understand everything that is capable. But yes, in email automation, you have got the ability to get in there and set up emails based on every step of the process. When a quote is initial.
Sorry, Mike. Keep going.
You silly Billy. When the quote is initially initiated, there's email sequences that can get set up, and then we have triggers set to where once they hit, if they schedule the appointment, if they or decline the estimate, they are removed from that, and then they are put into a new sequence. All of that is in the video that I just posted. So go over there, subscribe to the 𝗤𝘂�cie𝗁𝗲, and check it out.
Boom. Okay, sweet. That is what you call a boss. Y'all are doing great work. Thanks for all of your TI.
You're welcome. And Georgia Pro Wash. That's one of our brothers in arms.
What do you think TI means, Mike?
I think he was going to say time, but just didn't.
Oh, y'all are the wash boss of giveaways. You were doing a tremendous job. Absolutely. We know that a lot of you guys got excited about the last truck giveaway, and a lot of people needed that for their business. So we said, you know what, we're going to saddle up. We're going to do another one. So we hope to only get bigger and better with the giveaways. We did have the window cleaning resource blessed us with a window cleaning starter kit. So that's why we did that last month. But yeah, we're here to bring value, baby. Have a good day, boys. Got to go to work. So Shane's working right now.
Yeah, get to work, for God's sake. So what are you doing?
Julian Jimenez works out of the back of a 2010 Corolla, Mike.
That's somebody that probably needs this truck.
That's right. Best plan for a beginner, 𝗤𝘂�cie𝗁𝗲.
I think you're right.
No, I think are they asking, or are they?
Oh, I don't know what they're asking.
I don't know. The best plan is probably the premium plan for a beginner. I would
I thought they were just saying like the best plan. Like, I love it when a good plan comes together. Something like that.
I like the platinum though, because then you get the inspection form, which even if you're new in business, you're likely to mess something up. So it's good to have that pre-inspection to kind of document pre-existing damage on, property sites, right, Mike?
Yep.
Does 𝗤𝘂�cie𝗁𝗲 expense reports allow you to schedule monthly recurring expenses? I couldn't find an option for that. We don't have that currently, but that is in the notes to be built.
Yep.
So we appreciate you guys, bringing that up. Okay. We talked about the truck. We talked about how to wash Mike. Now let's talk about what to do if business is slow. I know I interrupted you before you gave him the meat and potatoes, but we kind of had to tell him about some stuff first.
What I was going to say is, yes, there are always going to be slow times historically throughout the year, right? There's good, and there are going to be times where the economy is down, right? That we can't foresee, but we can plan for it, right? And the way that you are able to handle these slower times is with all of the preparation, all of the work that you do prior to the slow times, right? And that is with your marketing. That is with having a multi-pronged approach to your marketing. That is having intent-based marketing. That is having, what's the other one? Intent. I'm totally brain.
Interruption.
Yeah, interruption. You need to do, I mean, boots on the ground. There are so many things that you can do to get eyeballs on your business. You need to be running paid ads. You need to be on Google. You need to be on Facebook. You need, and you don't have to spend a fortune, but you have to be doing these things consistently throughout the year, because those are the things that are going to prevent you from just screeching to a dead halt. Right? Yes, times can slow down, but if you're doing the right things, if you've got the marketing in place, and once you've been in business, you've got hopefully you've amassed an email list that you can continually stay in front of these people as well. So these are all things that you need to be doing all the time when you're busy, right? If you're out there and you're washing 3-4 houses a day and you're just killing it, right? Do not rest on your laurels, because at some point you will slow down. You need to plan for the slower times. And this is what happens all the time. People get busy and they push it to the wayside. Oh no, times are good. I don't really need to, spend the money. I don't need to spend the time on the GMB, on my Facebook page, posting in groups. I don't need to do all these things, but it'll catch up to you and it'll bite you in the ass. And then you're going to be, wondering why things are so slow. And, at the end of the day, ultimately everything lays on your shoulders, right? Like, this is your business. It is your responsibility to do everything within your power to ensure that you stay busy, to ensure that you have a schedule in front of you that's booked. And again, it doesn't happen overnight, but slowly but surely, the more time and energy and effort and money that you put into your marketing, you're going to reap the rewards.
Okay, beautiful. Mike, I kind of want to go over a couple things that'll drum up business in a slow time. So first thing is the recurring work. This is something we talk about all the time, which I want you to touch on in a second. So recurring work, recurring commercial work. Secondly, if you have a list of customers, like if you use 𝗤𝘂cie, you can easily hit those customers with a text, email, and send them a new offer. Hey, we're offering a special, yada, 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 if things were to slow down. And then thirdly, if you keep track of sales every single year, you should be rotating customers in. So all the customers that you service, even in the slow month, like let's say we only got 5 this month, we should rotate those people again into next year, right, Mike? Like, we should kind of be cycling these customers.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, your customers, your previous customers are one of the best sources of repeat business. If you're not staying in front of those customers, then you're wrong, right? Shame on you if you're not capturing all of their contact information, putting them somewhere. I don't care if it's an Excel spreadsheet. I don't care if it's in QuickBooks. I don't care if it's in MailChimp or Constant Contact. Wherever you're keeping it, you need to keep this information, because if you don't, I promise you're going to be kicking yourself in the ass forever. The first 5 years of my business, everything was on Word documents, Excel spreadsheets, on paper. I didn't keep anything. And I would pay an arm and a leg for all of that information now, because I could continually still be in front of them, right? But I didn't. I lost a lot of that information, and shame on me. But that's why I'm here to tell you that you guys don't make the same mistake I did. Capture every email, every phone number, every name, every address, right? Keep it and stay in front of them. In 𝗤𝘂cie, we were just talking, someone was asking about email automation. That's once the invoice is sent to your customer, that's when my email sequences start, right? The other ones are just prepping for the appointment, letting them know that we're coming, letting them know what they need to do to prepare. And then after that, when the invoice is sent, that's when I start hitting them for the reviews. That's when I start hitting them for referrals. That's when I start reminding them about all the other services that we provide. That's when I remind them that it's been X amount of time before their appointment and it's time to start thinking about getting back on the schedule. That's when I incentivize them during slower times with an X% off to get your whatever taken care of, right? These are the things. This is why you need these contacts. This is why you need to continually collect all of that data, right? And maybe it's not just customers. Maybe it's anybody that you find a phone number and an email for. Put them in your database and hit them.
Boom. Now let's kind of move into the recurring contracts, Mike, because that's one of the beneficial things of having these commercial contracts is you can push them into the slow time. So if you know August is going to be slow, we'll push into August. If we know that next quarter in December is going to be slow, we can push into December. So Mike, kind of talk about some of the recurring contracts we can build in to kind of save us during the slow times.
Yeah, absolutely. There are all kinds of different contracts that you can go on depending on, what your specialty is, what your niche is, who your target customer base is. With residential, it's a little bit more difficult, but you can lean on those customers that are good customers in those slower times, right? It's not recurring, but you've got them a captive audience, and you can say, hey, this time only we're doing this special during this month. Schedule now, book it out, save 25%, whatever the case is. But you can also go after that repeat route work. I'm talking about gas stations. I'm talking about dumpster pads. If you're in the window cleaning space, window cleaning, any kind of commercial work is really that sidewalks, shopping centers. All of this is that recurring monthly, sometimes bi-monthly, sometimes bi-weekly services that you can set up that are gonna be that baseline business for you throughout the entire year. And that is something that is so important because it's something that you can always rely on, right? As far as you made a great point, Justin, talking about the scheduling out ahead for slower times. Now we do that because we know traditionally what our slower times are. I know that traditionally between, say, November-ish, right in the mid-November to January 15 or so, that's slower for us. So when I'm out and I'm giving these big commercial estimates to property managers at apartment communities, at condominium complexes, when I'm talking to HOAs about their sidewalks and their common areas, things like that, I will incentivize them to schedule during my slow time, and I'll give them a discount if they schedule and commit to that time frame, because then I know I've got several weeks, if not months, booked out on that type of work, and they see that it's a benefit to them because they're getting a discount, right? Everybody's looking at their budgets, so the discount is quite an incentive, and that's great for us too because it's basically safeguarding us during those slow times. I know when it's going to be hot in the residential market, right? I want to capitalize on that. And I don't necessarily want to be pulling guys off of residential jobs to go do, apartment communities or anything like that. So if we can shift those jobs to the slower times, then that is just awesome.
Okay, beautiful. So recurring contracts, rolling customers, and then what about offering new services, Mike, as a way to kind of drum up business with those existing customers that we have? Maybe like if you only offer pressure washing, offer window cleaning, or if you only offer, maybe gutter cleaning, or, maybe this a little bit more of seasonal services just to kind of,
I mean, there are guys that will do the Christmas lighting up in the Northeast and the Pacific Northwest. There's a lot of snow plowing, snow shoveling, things of that nature, things that can keep you busy when you are unable to work with pressure washing. But yes, also roof cleaning, having a diversified portfolio of services that you offer is essential for any service business. You don't want to just rest on one thing. You don't want to be like, hi, I'm John, the concrete cleaning guy, right? You want to be, hey, I'm John and I offer a wide range, a wide variety of exterior cleaning for all of the surfaces around your property, regardless of what it is. And when you're able to diversify, then you're able not only to obviously increase your average ticket price, but you're also able to say maybe they're not ready for the driveway to be cleaned in June or July, but come November, you're like, hey, we're having maybe it's a little bit slower. You're like, hey, Mr. Homeowner, we're doing a special right now for all of our past customers. If you take advantage of it this week and get on the schedule, we're going to take 25% off, 15%, whatever, off of a driveway cleaning. Here's your price. What day is best for you to get on the schedule? These are the things that are going to help your business. And Cody from Southeast Softwash, he is commenting for the algorithm, and he said portfolio rhymes with cornholio, and I think that is great. Cornholio is a tribute to days of old with Beavis and Butthead. I don't know if any of you youngsters are familiar, but good stuff.
Boom. I want to keep going, Mike. We got a couple questions in the chat we'll get to in just a second, but we talked about recurring contracts, rolling customers over, offering new service. And another one that I was kind of thinking about while you were talking is looking at your network, right? How many people are you networking with locally? Do you have any real estate agents? Do you have any home inspectors? Do you have other contractors that you have referring you out? Like, I think a lot of these pieces, if you just kind of plug these in, are going to allow you to pick up business in slow time.
I think that's true.
Right?
Yeah. Your network is your
net worth.
That's right. And we say that, but like it's absolutely true. You have to be engaged with the community. You have to be engaged with other providers of services. I just got an email through Facebook, Justin. Justin is actually running some ads for me right now. and it was a guy that owns a business, a pressure washing, soft washing business here in Savannah, and he had some condos that he just wasn't able to get to. He focuses more on residential, and he had asked if I wanted to, talk to the property manager. So, having people around that know what you're capable of is going to allow you to, pick up a lot of business. We get referrals from other businesses. We get referrals from competitors. We get referrals from vendors. It's great. And the only reason that is taking place is because we've proven that we do good work, and we're not going to be a disappointment. Like if I refer somebody, I want to make sure that I'm referring somebody good, because there's nothing worse than referring somebody and they do a piss poor job. So the first thing is you have to build your reputation. You have to establish yourself as somebody in the market that knows what they're doing, can perform, delivers, all of the above. And then after that, you just need to get out there and get to know as many people as you can that have the potential of, sending business your way. And that's every single customer that you have any interaction with. That's every single person that you know. We talk about it all the time, right? Everybody is a customer. It doesn't matter if they're a current customer or a potential customer. Everything out there is dirty and probably needs to be cleaned. And it's our job to figure out who it is we need to talk to in order to close those deals.
Boom. Okay, this is a good question. I like this one. By Ryan. How do I get more quotes approved, Mike?
Okay, I quoted 6,500 square foot stucco, and I told him $1,700 for the building, concrete, and back porch. How do you get more quotes approved? Okay, I don't know your market is the first place. I don't know what your capabilities are. You could be a complete bumbling, and I'm not talking specifically about you, Ryan, but like, it doesn't matter what you quote. If you are the most unimpressive human in the world and you show up and you're spitting tobacco and it's falling on your shirt and you can barely speak the English language, like it's going to be more difficult for you to close deals, right? If you are polished, if you can talk intelligently, if you present them with good estimates, professional estimates, and you follow through, you follow up, those are the things. But to answer your question, the way that you close more deals and get more approval is follow-ups. Without follow-ups, you're just throwing something out there and hoping it sticks to the wall, right? You need to watch it. And when it starts to, slide down the wall, you go up there and you follow up and you put it back on the wall. Constant follow-up, right? And stay in front of them with text, with email, call them on the phone. If you are desperate for jobs, then I would be calling them, just saying, hey, just wanted to follow up and make sure that, you got our estimate. If you've got any questions, let me know. What day works best for you to get on the schedule, right? Ask for the deal. Close, you're never going to get the sale if you don't ask for the sale. That is my advice. Follow up and ask for the sale.
Okay, sweet. I want to weigh in on this as well, Mike. So I think, Ryan, a different way to come at this as well is to look at what is your competitive advantage. If you were to think about all the pressure washing companies in the area, why would somebody hire me? You should be able to speak to those things. And that's why Mike has built so much like automation and things around speed within his business, because he knows, why is somebody going to go with Mike? Because he's fast. They do a good job. He follows up. Automation, all the things that kind of go into the sales process, and then break down what does that selling process look like. The customer calls in, we go out, we do a quote, we speak with the customer, we send them an estimate. And how can you be better than your competition at all those things? How can you speak with the customer better? How can you upsell better? How can you present the quote better? How can you follow up, like Mike said, better? All the things. So find your competitive advantage and then look at all of the steps within the sales process and say, where can I be better at? I think that's a good way to go about getting better. Right, Mike?
Yeah, I agree 100%.
And if you think about what football teams do, right? Like they watch film week in and week out, go and quote a property and record yourself the whole time and then listen to the recording back and say, how does this sound? Is there something I could have said better here? Is there a way I could have led the conversation better? Ask better questions, things of that nature.
Asking better questions, shutting up and listening to what their pain points are. The key, in my opinion, to those in-person interactions when you're trying to close deals is ask the pertinent questions and shut up and let them talk. Maybe it's a little awkward, right? If they don't, immediately start talking, they're going to tell you the things that are important to them. They are going to tell you what happened last time. They're going to tell you about the guy that didn't show up or didn't call back, or he forgot to rinse the windows. And, they will tell you that. And then you can build your pitch, your sales pitch, if you will, around all of the things that are their sticking points, their pain points. And that is how good salespeople close deals. It's sales 101, and it takes practice. You're not going to be good at it right out of the gate. I've been in sales for a very long time, and I also record myself. I recorded a interaction this afternoon. I was quoting, I think it was like 28 buildings, something like that. A bunch of properties that, or not that, yeah, but they, it was an apartment community, and it was in pretty bad shape. And I always record these conversations because it allows me to get better, to refine how I approach, critique the things that I say, how I say them. You know, it just serves a lot of benefit. I've got an entire backlog of these interactions that have helped me get so much better, so much more comfortable, and allow me to get in there and close a lot of these deals.
And if you guys want more information on where you can see some of these behind the scenes footages, go to Mike's Instagram and DM him something. Which do they DM you, Mike? Secret or something. DM the word.
Yeah. Exterior Profits.
There you go. If you guys want more information on that, because anyway, well, any sales books y'all recommend? I would definitely recommend just like you could search a bunch of sales trainings on the internet. Like literally, I've watched like hundreds of sales things.
I agree. I'm looking at my shelf. Everything on my shelf is essentially marketing, because without the leads coming in, there's no sales. And I think what most people struggle with more than anything is getting those leads coming in, the emails coming in, the texts coming in, the phone calls coming in. That's the difficult part. The sales part, it's not easy by any means, but like Justin said, get online. There's tons of great information on how to close deals, the things to say, the questions to ask. It's a game of psychology is the bottom line, right? And It's not about a price. It's never about the price.
Ryan, DM Mike the word what was it, exterior profits, or just DM the word sales. We'll send you some information on of some high level trainings that are going to help you out a lot.
Yep.
Because essentially, if you could shadow Mike on a job, you would know exactly all the selling stuff that he does. So we have something like that in the works. It's very secretive, but if you guys want more,
well, it's not secretive. A lot of people may have gotten the email, seeing if they wanted to set up a call. So just DM me on Instagram, and I think my thing's called Mike V over there too. So search it out.
Anyway, Mike, with regards to slowing down, you know what I mean? Anything else that we can do to kind of, obviously it's just one of those things. When you start slowing down as far as work goes, you need to work in order to speed back up. Like the work just becomes different. It becomes more marketing work than anything. More yard signs, flyers, ads,
on the ground, knocking on doors. You know, I hear knocking on doors all the time, and it's something that I've never had to do in my own business. And the other day, just for giggles, I tried a couple in my neighborhood for some roof washing. I wanted to see what the highest ticket. That's our highest ticket offering for my business, my soft wash business, and it's not an easy sell, right? Because the pricing, you know, it's I think minimum price on that is like $600-700, and so there is a house that I run by every single day, and the roof is horrible. These people just moved in, and they happened to be outside when I was going by, so I'd stopped. I welcomed them. It was in my neighborhood. I welcomed to the neighborhood, introduced myself that I own a soft wash business, and asked them if they had noticed their roof. And they were like, no, what? And I was like, do you see all those black streaks up there? And they're like, yeah, now we do. And I was like, exactly. I said, that's actually an algae. It's growing and it's eating away at the components of the shingles, and it's prematurely aging your roof. And I said, you know, I'd love to come back when I'm not all sweaty and nasty and running to give you an estimate on that. I'll drop off some information. And I didn't try to hard close them because it just wasn't the appropriate time. But something as simple as that, those are the interactions that can generate more business. At least you're getting information into somebody's hand, your contact information. These are the things that you need to do. But you can take that same like premise and go door to door and, you know, hey, we're here. This is the service that we provide. I noticed, have you seen the algae on your, you know, like point something, interact, close, build rapport. And there are lots of ways to do it. But Justin made a tremendous point. You don't have to be squirting water on something and bleach on something to be working, right? It goes way beyond that. Anybody can do that. It's the background work. It's the marketing. It's the the taking care of all of the infrastructure behind your business that's going to propel you into the future with great success. And those are the things that you're not getting paid for, so to speak, right? No one's giving you money for that, but those things that you're doing are going to pay you probably a lot more in the long run than, going out and washing a house.
Boom. Mike, did you record any of those door knockings?
Of course I did.
Did you land anybody?
I landed one. I only did 3.
Okay, I want to say this. Don't be closed-minded when it comes to door knocking. I had another kid came by and he knocked the door and he was like, "Hey, I'm doing window cleaning." It's really funny because they're watching a lot of these guys like on TikTok and stuff do all these door knockings. And like, I need to go out there. I need to do door knocking, which is cool. I think that they should if they're, getting, information from people. But don't be closed to just doing window cleaning. Hey, I do window cleaning and I offer a host of other services. Is there anything I can help you out at your house with? Because like, I don't really need window cleaning. We kind of talked about it, Mike, a little bit. Like,
yeah.
I can see through the window, and as long as I can see through it, I mean, everything's cool with me. But like, I have weeds in the flower bed, and I'll bring somebody. I'll say, "Hey, do you want to hit the weeds in the flower bed?" Or whatever the case may be. If there's something else I can give them, then I will. But don't be so closed. If you're getting down to the point where you got to start knocking doors to just doing one type of service. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So anyway, Cody said, I did door to door for years. When I was part-time, I would close about 1 out of every 15 doors I knocked on for roof cleaning. Shit. Yeah. That's awesome, man.
And see, but like, that's a testament to the percentages, right? You're going to get 1 out of 15, 14 people told Cody to go straight to hell, right? That sucks, right? That constant negative interaction, like getting pounded, right? That sucks. But you know what he does? He goes to the 16th house and maybe he's going to close that one. And then the 17th and then the 18th. Like it takes tenacity. It takes testicular fortitude. It takes, being strong hearted and strong mind and going after the things that you need to go after. Because if you're like, oh man, 12 people told me no, I'm just going to pack it up and go home. It's hot outside. Well, guess what? You're going to go home and not do anything, right? So why not spend your time trying to generate business, get your name out there, pass out some cards, whatever. Throw up 𝗤𝘂cie𝗁𝗤𝗜𝗤's thing right here.
Boom. When cleaning chain establishments, have you ever had to put together a proposal and submit it to the corporate office?
Yes. A lot of these commercial properties, and not just chain establishments, but really anytime it's a national business, you are not going to be dealing with specifically the decision maker. You're going to be dealing with an intermediary who is essentially collecting all of the proposals and then submitting them up the chain of command, who ultimately will decide yay or nay. So, yes, it's just part of the game. There's nothing really any different. Submit it the exact same way. Follow their procedures in the protocols that they require to get that to the right people. But yeah, it's no different. But this also is something I prefer to try to deal with local establishments, simply because you can look the guy in the eye. You can, he's on the ground. He knows exactly what he's talking about, as opposed to some corporate stooge in an office elsewhere that doesn't know how dirty it is, doesn't know that the dumpster pad stinks. These are the things that you can say when you're talking to the manager of the place and be like, hey man, like, I don't want to be rude, but I was just walking by to come in to eat, and I own a soft wash business, so maybe I'm a little bit more aware than anybody else. But your dumpster pad, lots of grease and grime. It kind of smells. We offer a service where we come in weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever it would fit your, requirements, and we clean it, we deodorize it, make this look a lot better. I don't know if that's something you guys are interested in. If you've got somebody that does it, if you do, they're not doing a great job, but we would love to give you a price on it. And that's the guy that's going to make the decision. It's not some guy elsewhere. So I like the local people.
Local people are good, Mike. Let's see what else we got. I went door to door and had the cops called on me because the lady thought I was looking into cars. Now I'm gonna get a solicitation license so I can go back out. What is a I don't even think I've ever heard of that before.
I've never heard of that either. A lot of municipalities may require some sort of vetting process, little badge saying, hey, this guy's not going to rape your cat.
Okay. Hey, Ryan Jones says, I can't find you on Instagram. Go, Ryan, email us at info@pwcourse.com and we'll send you the info that you need.
But also, I think you could just look up like Mike V pressure washing, or Mike V all about pressure washing, or forever self-employed, and get it that way. And this guy says, I never followed this guy. Which guy are you talking about?
Yeah. What is this guy talking about?
Come on, D.
What's up, D? I never followed this guy. I don't even know. Anyway, okay, sweet. So, hey, look, Mike, if you're slow, it's time to get to work. You know what I mean? Like people think like, oh, well, we'll just hang out till the phone rings. No, you should be like, if you go out and you work, 8 hours a day, it's time to go out and work 8 hours a day. And we'll
Yeah,
just pass out yard signs and flyers and knock on doors and shake hands, kiss babies, whatever we got to do, right?
that's right. I was telling Justin yesterday, or I guess it was last night. I was somewhere, and the bald dude that is the talker guy, and he's in shape, and I don't even know what he's selling, maybe fitness stuff. But he was on stage somewhere, and it was a fitness related thing, and he brings some guy up on stage, and I don't even know what the premise of it was, but basically this guy was not happy with his physique, his how his exercise and fitness programs were going, whatever the case was. And the guy, the speaker, he goes, "Take off your shirt." Dude takes off his shirt. Dude's buff, right? But he's also got like a dad gut. And the guy goes, "Okay, so tell me, what the problem is." He's like, "Yeah, I work out, I work hard, I do this, I do that, but like my stomach, like I can't get rid of this stomach." And the guy grabs his fat and he goes, "So this is what bothers you? This is what bothers you the most?" And the guy goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "Clearly not enough." And what he meant by that is it doesn't bother this guy enough to actually do something about it. So if being slow bothers you enough, get your ass off the couch, get your ass out of the office and go out there and do something about it, because nobody else is going to do anything for you. I promise you that. It all is on you. It is your responsibility. It is your business. And if your business sucks, it's your fault. So get out there and do something about it.
Wow, Mike, I'm inspired. I might have to get off of this live and go do something about it.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. Mason. Okay, we got two questions here. MJJ Smooth Criminal. What's the best way to start a pressure washing business without a truck?
Michael Jackson.
A car, maybe.
Yeah, a car. I mean, really, it's all about what you're willing to do. I mean, I've seen there was a guy that follows all of our channels, and he actually, and I do not recommend this because there's a great opportunity that you'll get shot if you roll up on me like this. But he did, and but a super kid living out of his car, pressure washer in the backseat, gas cans in the backseat, all his clothes, everything, right? Hoses, everything is in this car. And he drives around to different neighborhoods. Like he went to Nashville to see Aaron. He came to Savannah to see me. He was going to go see Cody and Justin, but both of them have a lot of guns. So I told him to stop, don't go there. But the long story short is this kid has such grit, determination, and nothing was going to stop him. Not the fact that he didn't have a place to live, not the fact that he had to go wash something in order to get the gas to get to the next place, right? Like, and now he has an established business, right? Like he had these flyers. I mean, it gives me goosebumps right now to talk about this kid, because this is the type of person that is not going to take no for an answer. He's not going to quit. He's not going to give up. He is going to make it happen, right? And he did. And those are the type of people. That's the mentality that you have to have, that it doesn't matter what's in front of you. It doesn't matter what the obstacle is. You are going to fall, but you got to pick yourself back up. And those are the people that are going to be successful in the long run.
And just to be clear, this guy was going state to state and finding jobs in other states. Like
with no GMB, no Google presence, just flyers and door to door.
Yeah. How crazy is that, Mike? Just like traversing the country with this pressure washer, just like doing jobs. Best starter 4-gallon per minute and surface cleaner.
Call Southeast Soft Wash. They'll hook you up.
Boom. Okay, sweet, Mike. That's all the questions that we have. I don't know if anybody's got any other questions. Let us know down below.
Yeah, it's Friday. It's Friday. Let's have a little chit chat, if you will. Right?
It's payday.
Ask some questions.
Mike, you got some big plans for the weekend?
Yeah, we're going out to a really nice dinner. My wife made reservations at one of my favorite restaurants. So I'm very excited about that. My youngest daughter just left for a birthday party, and Matthew just went to go play some golf. He had a tea time after school, and the other two are in college. So it's going to be just a quiet night here at the Mike V household.
Mike, what do you think attributed to a lot of your drive and your willingness to be successful? Like, do you think it was like when you were younger, your upbringing, or have you always had that,
Yeah, I think so. I mean, ever since my first job, I was 14 years old, and it wasn't because I needed a job. It wasn't because I was having to provide for my family. It wasn't because I wanted anything, right? I didn't need anything. I didn't want anything. I wasn't saving up for anything, but I have always had this drive to work and to contribute to not necessarily society, because my first job I worked at McDonald's, right? And at 14 years old, I had to get a signature from the principal of my school saying that I was allowed to work. I think it was 20 hours a week max is what I could work. And when, this is 100 million years ago, but back then I had to, the only things that I could do is work the register and make salads. Right. I couldn't be involved in any cooking. I couldn't even drop fries. Right. The only thing, 14 years old, I could make salads. And I just got to be honest with everybody out there. Never eat a salad from McDonald's ever.
They had salads back then, Mike?
Well, they just recently got rid of salads. They got rid of all the healthy stuff. They got rid of salads. They got rid of the healthy wraps. They got rid of the smoothies, anything, because A, it wasn't selling as much, and B, it took longer to cook. So they just kind of eliminated it. This happened during kind of the COVID times when employees were a lot more difficult. They eliminated anything that took longer than just, the old standard McDonald's or Burger King or wherever. It was something that, is making America fatter, but it is what it is.
So with regards to anything in your upbringing, Mike, was there anything that like stood out? Like, did you always just have like a hunger for like wanting to go get money, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. My dad was, he worked very, very hard, and he had success in the business that he worked for. The key word there is he worked for a business. He was a corporate guy for many, many years. He died when I was 18, but there were little things that he instilled in me that were, and it wasn't ever like, oh, I need to get more money. It was things that he would say, and I've shared some of these with you, Justin, that was just like they stuck with me, and they still do, right? Like I remember he was talking about a vehicle, something that he was going to buy, right? A car that he was going to buy. And he was telling me that one of his friends asked him, well, how many gallons per mile does this vehicle get? And my dad, he told me later, and again, I'm young, he said, if you have to ask how many gallons the vehicle that you're buying gets, you can't afford that vehicle, right? That was one of the things. Another thing, this is, back when malls were a thing. We were in the mall, walking through one of the department stores, and he loved a nice pen, right? Like I've got these cheap Bic pens. I don't give a damn, but he liked like Mont Blanc pens, right? And they were very nice. And I remember they were like $115. And this is, 30 years ago. And to me, that was like, wow, why would you possibly buy something that expensive that's something that $1 could do? And his response to me was, $100 to me is like $1 to you. And I thought, I can't wait till I can say that to somebody, right? Those are the little things that kind of instilled in me, what success means. And he started off connecting rail cars at a rail yard for this company. And he was able to, make his way up in the company. But another thing that he had said was he knew that he had finally been successful when he could go to the grocery store and not look at prices. He could just go to the grocery store and he could pick whatever it was he wanted, put it in the cart, and go and check out. Those were the things that always had a huge impact. And I think really kind of what molded me into the type of guy that I am, where yeah, I can have a successful business, right? I can have a job and be successful at it and do a phenomenal job at it, but there's always more, right? And not necessarily monetarily, right? But like the pressure washing is awesome, right? And I make a tremendous living off of my pressure washing business. I did the same thing with a landscape business. I used to have a motorcycle manufacturing company, a custom bike place that did the exact same thing. Like, I like to build stuff, right? I like to build stuff. I like to nurture it. I like to figure it out. I mean, you're the same way, Justin. You and I, like, that's the fun part for us, is figuring out how to make it better, figuring out how to get more eyeballs on the business, figuring out how to make Quote IQ better, figuring out, how we can get more people to see Quote IQ and understand the value that it's providing, right? These are the things that drive me. I love to build.
I love that. Like, I was just curious, Mike, because we always talk about what separates the people that really want it from the ones that don't really want it and don't end up succeeding. We got some questions here though. I started a business and I've got most of the stuff on the back end done. I need to get a website, but most of these companies want $500 to $800 a month. Any suggestions?
Yeah, call Footbridge Media.
Ask them for the 𝗤𝘂cie𝗁𝗲𝗂 deal.
Yeah, the 𝗤𝘂cie𝗁𝗲 deal from Footbridge Media. Footbridge, I don't even know what they charge a month. It's so little that I think, like, how the hell can they charge so little? But they do a phenomenal job. They do this almost like solely for the pressure washing industry. We tried to get them to build a 𝗤𝘂cie𝗁𝗂 website, and they're like, no, we only want to focus on this because this is what we know. We know how to rank these guys. We know how to get these websites up and running and get these people pointed in the right direction so the phone starts ringing quickly. So check Footbridge Media out.
Yeah, a lot of people within the inner circle attribute a lot of their success to Footbridge Media, especially in the second year. So the thing about websites is, and our friend Aaron says this a lot, is the best day to build a website was yesterday. The next best day is today. So if you don't have a website, you really need to get one. He says it's a lot like planting a tree. The best time to plant a tree was like 20 years ago. Second best time is today, right, Mike?
That's it.
Okay, sweet. How do you get website traffic, says Mason?
Call Footbridge Media. You have to have good SEO in place. You have to have a Google My Business that's driving business to your website, right? You have to spend time every single day on every aspect. You need to have blogs. You need to have backlinks. You need to have a tremendous amount of traffic going. How do I get back in here? Going into the website. There's a lot more to it than just a simple answer on a live call.
And if you ask for the 𝗤𝘂cie deal, deal, I think you'll save like $600 a year, $600 a year, something like that. It's like $199 a month with the 𝗤𝘂cie deal. I do want to say this too, like the things that they do for you, they do so much for you that you could never do it on your own time. Like to learn the stuff that they do would take a tremendous amount of time. Secondly, a lot, you might have been good 10 years ago not having a website and having a business, but now there's so much competition and there's so many more people that are prevalent, or they're aware of that, the fact that they need to have a social presence and a presence online, that they have websites. So the way that you can beat out some of these DIY website people is having a web team that knows what they're doing and that ranks people for a living.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Do you think it's a good idea to get a website, Mike?
Of course. If you don't have a website, you're wrong. It's 2023, I think, right?
Is that what? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's 2023. So if you don't have a website, you're wrong.
Let me check my time machine and I'll tell you. How often do you guys get jobs from realtors?
I get jobs from realtors a lot. I've got realtors and property managers. They kind of are hand in hand. A lot of realtors these days are also managing properties, rental properties. And so, you get in with some of these people and they'll talk, right? Which is the best. I've got relationships with lots of these realtors around town that feed us a good amount of business.
And I'll tell you guys this as well. Real estate agents only make money when they sell houses. So like a lot of them aren't getting paid very consistently. So if you can give them, a kickback on some of these jobs that you're doing, like, hey, you give me a job, I'll throw you 10% back. They're going to love that because they don't have to sell a house in order to make that happen. They just need to pressure washing.
Michael, hey, this last comment, pull that up. Okay, if anybody is familiar with this gentleman, this is Michael, and Michael is actually the true king of pressure washing. He started a website, or I'm sorry, a pressure washing channel many, many years ago. Michael and I have known each other for a long, long time. He is a great dude. I've met him. I met his son back in Charleston many years ago, and he's a great guy. But he actually ended up selling that YouTube channel and his business to another gentleman who has, kind of taken it and tried to run with it and done his thing. But Michael, how are you, brother? I think you know more than anybody how to start a biz in this economy.
There we go. What does Michael do now?
Gosh, I don't even know what he does now. Tell me what he's doing now. Michael, tell me what you're doing now. He got out of it. He could tell you. He's actually somebody I should have on the channel. Good dude.
Let's have Michael on. Sounds like it'll be fun. Any advice on how to balance school or work while trying to scale? Well, I don't, you could speak to the work part for sure, Mike. I balanced school. School wasn't that difficult. It was just after school, I would go and I would wash stuff, you know?
Yeah. You know, I think run a makerspace. I don't know what that is. Oh my God. I was going to ask how old he is. That's insane. 21 years old now. um,
How time
so I
flies.
think regardless of what you're doing, whether it's school, whether it's home life, you have to have a balance, right? Because if there's no balance, right? If you are completely burning yourself out at any one given thing, it's going to fail eventually, right? There's only so much that you can do. So when you work for yourself, at least for me, I don't take time off. My brain is always going. I'm laying in bed thinking about all of the things that I'm involved in and how I can do better, what I can do to generate more XYZ, right? How I can increase whatever it is that everything is a game to me. And because of that, my mind never shuts off. But I do take time off. You can ask Justin. He jokes around. He's like, you're always on vacation. Like at the beginning of this week, I went to a nice resort down in St. Simon's Island, Georgia. And we spent 3 days down there just at the pool and the beach, hanging out, right? You have to take time. You have to spend time with the people that you love. You have to engage with them, but you have to understand that there is a balance. And without a balance, it's not going to be good for your personal relationships, for your school, for your if you've got a job and you're trying to balance starting something new, right? You have to find the balance, and you have to realize that balance is so important, because if there isn't, then things are going to go terribly wrong for you, terribly bad.
But Mike, how do you go on vacation if you run a business?
Because I've got great employees, I've got systems in place that allow me to, run the business somewhat autonomously. There is no such thing as completely stepping away from a business that you are running, right? CEOs of huge companies, they don't spend all their time on vacation. I see guys on the interwebs all the time. Oh, you could be the CEO that doesn't do anything. No, you can't. You're trying to sell me something that's never going to work. What works is hard work, understanding systems, putting things in place, actually making sure that they work, having customers, the lead flow coming in that's going to feed your business. So all of the systems, all the back end, the groundwork, the foundation that you've spent building is going to allow you to not necessarily be in the field every single day, or having to follow up behind your guys, or having to manually sit down at the computer every single day and send estimates or invoices, right? If you've got the right things in place, that's why we built QuoteIQ. We built QuoteIQ because there was nothing in one place that was doing everything that I needed to have done. I was using software from everywhere, right? I was using this program and this program and this and this. And I somehow managed to get it all to kind of work together in a cohesive manner. But there was redundancies, there was double data entry, there was all kinds of things that I didn't like that were eating away time. And the whole principle behind what I built my businesses on is decreasing the time spent on tasks that you can automate, decrease the time that, instead of, it doesn't, regardless. That's how you are able to take vacations and not be tied to a truck or not be tied to a desk, right? Having stuff in place where you can manage really from anywhere.
And we're teaching this actually to a select few people, and we're getting very detailed. We're getting to know them. I don't know how you want to even say it, Mike. If you guys want more info on how you can be more like Mike and run your business, email us at info@pwcourse.com.
And maybe not be like Mike, because I'm sure a lot of people don't want to be like me.
But like, how can people take it? People are like, I can't take a vacation because they don't have the things in place so the business can run. Like, there's no separation between their labor and money coming into the business,
Yeah.
So email us sales@pwcourse.com. If you want some more info, you want to read this one, Mike? Is this one you're reading?
Do you recommend using SH for concrete and house washing if there's no organic growth? If not, what effects? Yeah, so that's a great question. And it's something that I hear a lot from guys like over in like Arizona or really humid, dry climates where there is not a lot of organic growth. And if SH is used to kill organic growth, mold, mildew, algae, right? There's really no other purpose. It doesn't have a soap in it. It doesn't have a surfactant in it. It kills organics. So if you have a home or you're in an area where there are not a tremendous amount of organics, don't spend the money. There are soaps that you can buy that are great. Southeast Soft Wash has got a great lineup of detergents, surfactants, soaps, chemicals, everything that you could possibly need. southeastsoftwash.com. Go over to their website. They'll ship it to you if you can't pick it up, which you probably can't because they're in the middle of nowhere. No offense, Cody. But they've got a great line of chemicals, and you need to find the chemical that works best for your area, what suits your needs the most, right? There are all kinds of things out there. There are oxidation removals. There is red clay removal detergents. There are soaps and whatnot. There are window cleaning type water whatever, so it doesn't like spot up. Tons of stuff. So do a little research. If you want, thanks, buddy. Check out How to Wash. We cover a tremendous amount of those chemicals, those detergents, and how to use them in the training. And like we had said earlier, How to Wash is $100 off right now. Use promo code HBA. There is a link in the comments section and the first pinned comment of these videos. So definitely check that out. And I'm about to get off, right? We've been on an hour. And I want to say thank you guys for watching. Do not forget that 𝗤𝘂𝑖𝑞 is giving away. Justin?
We're giving away an F-150 to a Premier Platinum subscriber of 𝗤𝘂𝑖𝑞. All you got to do is become a Premier Platinum subscriber of 𝗤𝘂𝑖𝑞. So if you need help keeping up with customers, sending estimates, invoices, or collecting payments, check out 𝗤𝘂𝑖𝑞 in the comment section and the description of this video.
Attaboy.
Was that what you wanted me to say, Mike?
I did. That was perfect.
All right, check out 𝗤𝘂𝑖𝑞. Also, check out How to Wash, $100 off until the end of the day.
Yep.
It's a great time to get it.
Hey, it's what time is better than today? Yesterday.
Hey, until next time, though.
That's it.
Whatever
Hey.
you say, Mike.
Oh, what do I say? Bye.
Yeah.
What do you say?